This week marks an anniversary, though not necessarily a celebration of something that happened a little over 6 years ago. Welcome to one of our videos from St. Mark's Episcopal in Dalton, Georgia, and all those joining us today. Going back to the first full week of April in 2020, that was Holy Week. And during this time, I was asked by the senior warden of St. Mark's if I would produce a video to send out to all the members of St. Mark's. Now, I understand back in 2020, this was the middle of COVID, and we were not allowed to gather together. We had no priest at the time, so we were trying to figure out ways to keep the congregation together and to spread the message of God to everyone at that time. So the idea came up for me to do a video. Now, our music director, Beth Nichols, had produced one or two excellent videos from home to be sent out to everybody before that, so I wasn't the first. But it was suggested that I put one out. So for a Good Friday on Holy Week of 2020, I produced the first video from my backyard and sent it out. Afterwards, I asked, well, what do we do next, and do I need to be involved? And it was suggested that I do a weekly video of 15 to 20 minutes lessons. Well, as things went on, I learned that was not a good length to have. But I adapted that very quickly, but we went on. Well, since that first video in 2020, I've produced a video every week, and occasionally more than one video at times. I've never missed a week, excepting last Christmas when I made the decision not to take very limited time with my family to make the video. So I skipped 1 week in the past 6 years, so it's gone on. And in January of 2022, someone taught me how to upload the videos to YouTube, so that changed quite a bit then. But in these videos, I aspire to provide some information to be informative and try to be interesting, but I'm not always interesting, I understand that. But I know my videos, the ones I put out, are very amateurist. They're very simple. And I probably had the least watched channel in all of YouTube. And that's okay. To be honest with you, I really don't enjoy seeing myself or hearing myself in the video, so I don't really watch them a great deal myself after I put them out. But these videos are not intended to be liked, with a thumbs up, or necessarily even popular. These videos are intended to inform, to send out a message, and that message is that despite the bad news in the world, despite my own failures and great sinfulness that I have, that I believe that the message is that there is good news of Christ, and for that we need to say thanks be to God. Today, I'm videoing this on the spot in the room where 3.5 years ago, my wife passed away just a few hours before I made the video. And I made a video, in this room where it was that despite my grief, I wanted to share the good news on that day that even in death, we are the Lord's. Thanks be to God. Every week, despite, distressing news that's in the world, despite my personal failures, despite my problems, despite depression, despite hopelessness, many times I have been able to announce the good news of Christ and say, thanks be to God. How much longer will these videos continue? I don't know. Everything in life ends, but even after these videos stop and even after I'm gone, I believe the good news of Christ will continue, and there will still be reason to say, thanks be to God. Hallelujah, the Lord is risen. The Lord is risen indeed. Hallelujah.